Beautiful day, beautiful people. It's Shanita. The home buying process can be an exciting one, whether you are buying your first home or your fifth home. It can also be an emotional one if you're not aware of what to expect throughout the process. So today I want to share with you 10 things to avoid while you're in the home buying process. These 10 things are often called the 10 commandments of home buying. And just like the 10 commandments in the Bible were designed to keep people safe and in right relationships or good relationships with others, these 10 commandments of home buying are similar in that they'll keep you in good relationship with your family, your real estate agent, and even your lender. But seriously though, these 10 commandments, they're designed to keep you, to ensure that you have a smooth transition throughout the home buying process. So I'm going to share with you these 10 commandments of home buying. I will be reading them so that I don't miss any and we can go in order. All right, let's get into it. So commandment number 1, do not change your job, do not quit your job, and do not become self-employed. Anytime you have a change in income, whether by taking another job or quitting your job altogether, you run the risk of changing your debt to income ratio, and you also, by changing your debt to income ratio, it could disqualify you for a loan, because whatever income you use to get to qualify for the loan is the same, is the information that's going to be used to ensure that you get the loan. And if you have a change in income, like I said, it could change your debt to income ratio, whether it's more or less. And anytime you have a change in income, it could affect the loan type that you get, any down payment assistance you may qualify for. So you definitely don't want to change your income in any way. If you are aware that you'll be getting a promotion soon throughout the process, it's always best to let your lender know. I had a situation like this recently where my client got a raise throughout the process, and by her getting that raise, it caused her debt to income ratio increase. Even though she was getting a raise, it disqualified her from getting the type of loan that she initially got. So we had to go throughout change the loan type altogether. So it's always best to, if you know you're going to get a raise, let your lender know. But if you can avoid it, don't change your job, don't quit your job, and do not become self-employed. All right. Commandment number 2, do not buy a car, truck, motorcycle, van, any type of motorized vehicle. The reason you would not want to buy a vehicle while you're in the home buying process is anytime you take on more debt or open a new line of credit, it changes your debt to income ratio. And this is important because if your debt exceeds your income in any way, of course it will throw off your debt to income ratio, and it could disqualify you for the loan type that you have, especially if you're close to the high end of the debt to income ratio for your loan type. So you definitely don't want to make any purchases, take on any more debt while you are in the process. All right. Number 3, do not use credit cards excessively. This is a red flag to lenders that you may be in financial trouble, or that you may be a little undisciplined, or it may seem like a high risk to lenders if you're using your credit cards excessively throughout the home buying process. Now, once you get on the other side of it, that's a different story, but you definitely don't want to spend any more of your available credit than you did when you qualify for the loan. Sometimes the lender will require you to pay down your credit cards, but you definitely don't want to use your credit cards excessively, like buying furniture or just making any major purchases while you're in the home buying process on your credit card, because again, it could change your debt to income ratio and could be a red flag to lenders that you are having some financial trouble. All right. Number 4, do not spend your reserves. Do not spend your reserves. The money that you have saved and set aside for your closing costs, your down payment, and even your couple of months of expenses once you get in your home, you definitely do not want to touch that money that you have set aside, because things change. Anything could happen. You may need more money for a down payment or a closing cost, anything, but you definitely don't want to move any money that you have. Don't spend the money that you have set aside for those things, because the amount that you were told in the beginning may be a different amount in the end. Not to say that that happens all the time, but you definitely want to be prepared by leaving the money alone. And also, it could be a red flag to lenders that you are in financial trouble if you spend your reserves. All right. Number 5, do not omit liabilities or debts. Any kind of debt or that you have incurred, any kind of liability such as bankruptcy, foreclosure, child support, anything like that that you have experienced or gone through, it's always best to inform the lender on the front end that you've had this, because once you get in the process of buying your home, once you found the home and your loan is in the underwriting process, anything that you did not disclose on the front end, it will be discovered on the back end, and it could either eliminate you, make you not eligible to get the home that you want, or even not qualify for a mortgage at all. So it's always best to disclose anything that you think may be a small thing in the beginning. Make certain that you inform your lender that you have been through this so that they are prepared. And once it goes in the underwriting process, it won't be a surprise to everyone. And you can still be on the journey to getting your home that you've been searching for. So, because it'll be discovered either way. So it's always best to inform on the front end so your lender will be prepared. All right. Number 6, do not buy furniture. I get it. You're excited, you're starting a new chapter with this new home, and you want to have all new furniture. I absolutely get it. But wait until you get the keys before you buy furniture. Because either you're going to take out a loan to buy the furniture, or you're going to spend cash. And anytime you make any large purchases throughout the home buying process, it will be reviewed. As I stated earlier, your lender will be checking and verifying your bank account information and your income throughout the process. If you're taking on more debt, it can throw off your debt to income ratio. If you're spending your reserves, it could disqualify you for the mortgage type that you are trying to get. So do not buy furniture. Hold off 30 days, 60 days, however long it takes to get you through the loan buying process. I promise you, you can get your new furniture once you get the keys. Because if you buy the furniture before you get the keys, you may not have a place to put the furniture. Okay? All right. Number 7, do not apply for new credit. Anytime you apply for new credit, a couple of things happen. One, they're going to check your credit, which could you'll incur a hard inquiry. Anytime you anytime you get a hard inquiry, it can change and affect your credit score. Your credit score, it can drop and disqualify you for the loan type that you have, or the program that you have with the bank. So you definitely don't want to take on any new debt at all, because again, it could throw off your debt to income ratio, it could affect your credit score, and you don't want to do anything to mess up the process. Anything that you want to do as far as getting new credit, getting more credit cards, store credit cards, any of those things, wait until you get the keys so that you have a place to put those things that you're trying to acquire. All right, number 8. Do not make any large deposits. Whether you have won the lottery, you got a scratch-off ticket and you won $2,000 or whatever it is, or you got money from from a family or a friend or something, you don't want to make any large deposits into your account, into your bank account while you're in the process, because those funds have to be verified. So wherever the funds come from, the lender will require a paper trail of those funds. And if it's a family member that's giving you the money, their bank statements, their bank statements will have to be verified, because that money came from them, or whatever it is. You just don't want to make any large deposits, because those funds will have to be verified as to where the source is. Now, if you get a bonus from your job, that can be explained, but just putting $2,000, $5,000 cash into your account, yeah, you're gonna have to provide a paper trail for that. So you definitely don't want to do that. The money you have under your mattress, hold off until you get the keys to your home. All right. Number 9, do not change bank accounts. You may be having a hard time with your bank, or you may have found a better bank somewhere else, but while you're in the home buying process, you do not want to change banks, because most lenders, I won't say most, some lenders require 2 months of your bank statements. And if you change banks in the middle of the process, you don't have anything to verify what kind of risk you are as far as paying your bills and maintaining. You don't have a record of where your money is coming from and going to. And this is can be a red flag to lenders too, that there's some instability there, or it can just throw off the process altogether, because any kind of changes that you make financially during the home buying process has the potential to throw off the loan type that you have. All right. And last but not least, number 10, do not co-sign a loan. Do not co-sign a loan. Co-signing a loan, a car loan, furniture loan, whatever kind of loan, becoming an authorized user on someone's credit card, any of those things has the potential to affect your credit score and affect your debt to income ratio, especially if you co-sign on a car loan for someone. That car loan, it now reflects on your credit report as new debt. And we talked earlier about not acquiring any new debt, because it can affect your debt to income ratio. And changing your debt to income ratio, especially if you're on the high end or close to the high end of your debt to income ratio, you run the risk of not being able to qualify for the loan. So you definitely don't want to co-sign anytime, but especially during the home buying process, because you want to make certain everything runs smoothly. Now, I hope these 10 commandments have been helpful and giving you something to think about as you enter your journey to homeownership. These 10 commandments, these 10 things, they are put in place so that there are no hiccups, and so that you can have a smooth transition as possible into your dream home. If you have any questions about anything that I've shared here, feel free to comment below, or you can send me a message, and feel free to share. I hope y'all have a fantastic day and be blessed.